In this video, we're going to talk about the top 50 stocks in the PSE year to date as of now. So if you want to know more about it, you have to check this video out. Hi everyone, so we're making this video during a holiday, which means that you have 3 extra days to study and drill in and look at the markets. I'm ranking the top 50 performing stocks in the PSE year to date so that also while we are in a very long holiday, you guys can also drill in, check the charts, check the fundamentals, so you can see case studies on how you can replicate some of the stocks that had their own success, and so that you can make a template for it that may work for you in how you trade and invest. And this video was sent by Sharon Lopez-Cruz from Cainta, Rizal. This is what she sent. Hi Mr. Germo, this is Sharon Lopez-Cruz from Cainta, Rizal. I'm a big fan of yours. Can you make a video, sir, on the top 50 stocks in the PSE in terms of percentage gain from the start of the year to present? Very direct to the point na question na kagad. Anyways, I'm such a big fan. Thank you for being an amazing example of a stock market trader that's not arrogant and a friend to all. I don't just look at how people are successful in business, but I also look at how their character is. You, sir, don't just have the right skills, but your heart is in the right place. I will be forever a fan, sir. Sharon Lopez-Cruz, Cainta, Rizal. First of all, thank you, Sharon, for sending that message. I'm gonna answer that in this video. So if you guys have any questions, put them in the comment section. I'll try to answer them right away if it's an easy question that I could answer. But if it's a long and personal question, you can slide a DM on my Instagram so that I can answer your questions there as well. Or if it's something very juicy like this, we can make a video on top of it. Before I also begin, my name's Marvin Germo. I'm a stock market trader and investor. If you'd like to know more about investing, about trading, about the stock market, I have 2 channels here on YouTube. One is this one, Marvin Germo, and the other, Stock Investing Made Easy, where we do tons of content about the basics of the market, technical analysis, and fundamental analysis, where we have one goal in mind: to teach you the right rudiments on how you can use the stock market to help you reach your goals of financial freedom. So what are you waiting for? If you want more of this, like, share, subscribe, and smash the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing and about trading. Now, before we go into this ranking, before we go to show you the top 50 stocks from 50 all the way to 1, I want to note this. As we are in extraordinary times, as we are in times that we have not seen before, we have not seen a very sharp crash in the economy and the markets brought about by a pandemic, I want to note this. This list covers the drop that we had in March, and it shows you that during the drop, there were some ones that bounced quickly, but there were some also that up until now, they really have not recovered yet. This also covers, you will see that there are some stocks that are in the top that are not so liquid, and there are not a lot of transactions made towards those stocks. So if you see them, please do note that if you want to trade them, you have to consider that because they're not as liquid, it may be harder for you, especially if you have a larger amount of money that you want to position in. It may be harder for you to get in and out. It also covers some of the stocks that have seen prices moving up, but their fundamentals are not so good. So please remember this. There could be some stocks that the fundamentals are not good, but because people are buying them, more buyers bring the prices up. So that's what I'm trying to say. This list does not mean that because they're in the top 50 year to date, it means that the fundamentals are well. It just means that people just bought them up, and probably for some, they may not be as liquid. That's why they went up. Please also note that past performance does not guarantee that it will be the same way moving forward. Meaning, if it moved up 20% for the year, it does not mean that it will also move up 20% for the succeeding months in the year or for the next year also. Please remember that very well. Next, if you want to trade this, please remember any of the stocks that are here, it will still boil down to what your charts are. It will still boil down to how you deal with the technical analysis, because at the end of the day, you need to know the technicals for you to know how to position, when to get in, and you need to know the technicals also for you to know where to get out. Links are down below on albums about it. Anyways, if you're an investor also, please do note that some of the stocks that have moved up here, there's a reason why they're up. It means that also the prices may not be so cheap anymore. So please remember, if you're an investor, it's very, very important for you to place a large preference on fundamentals. It's very, very also important for you to place a large preference on the valuations, that it may be a good company, but if it's higher, it might be more prudent for you to wait for a correction to happen. And lastly, I'll say this over and over, these are not stock picks. This is just me ranking all of the stocks together and adding bits and pieces of my commentary while I'm enumerating them. But also, please remember, if there's something that appeals to you, you have to do your research, you have to do your due diligence, because at the end of the day, that's what will make money for you. So this is what I'll do for this video. I'm gonna put the rankings. Then as I put the rankings, the name of the stock, then the starting price for the year, the ending price as of the time the video is created. So this video is August 21. So it shows you the last closing price of August 20. So every time you see an ending price, it's August 20. Then the percentage gain. So the way I'm gauging it from 50 to number 1 is the percentage gain. So are you guys ready? I hope you are. If you're ready, comment below, I'm ready. Comment below, I'm excited. Comment below, I want more, and let's do this. By the way, before that also, please guess, who do you think is the top 1? I want to give you 2 seconds right now. Just guess what stock is the top 1. Alright, so let's do this. Number 50, FGen. Starting price, 23. Today, 23.3, up 1.30%. I want to note this. You rarely see top 50 with only a gain of 1.30. This just goes to show that majority of the stocks below it have gains that are not so good, have gains that are not so attractive. It may be also that they may not be doing so well. That just shows also the general health/strength of the entire market, that we're not really yet fully recovered. I've mentioned a lot of videos about stocks in the US in my second channel, that majority of the stocks that are pushing the markets higher are tech stocks. So the index could be up because it's weighed up by those tech stocks, but there are still a lot of stocks that have not fully recovered yet. Number 49, Sun, 1.18 to 1.2, 1.69% up. Del Monte, DELM, 4.9 to 4.99, up 1.84%. UPM, United Paragon, 0.0052 to 0.0053, 1.92%. Manila Bulletin, 0.39 to 0.4, 2.6%. GSMI, Ginebra, 38, 3.91, 2.89%. Globe, 2,048 to 2,112, up 3.13%. One of the reasons why Globe is not so high, because when markets dropped last March, it was one of the resilient ones that dropped a bit, but it did not drop as extreme as how other companies dropped. So I think people were already forward looking at that time, that they were thinking that Globe is into telecom, it's into data, it's into something that will do well in this new normal. That's why people picked it up quite fast. So if you're checking, bakit ganun? Globe is supposed to be a good company, why is the gains not so much? So it's mainly because the drop hasn't been as big, and when it dropped, it rebounded quite fast and quite well and started to move sideways. Next, number 43 is A-REIT. So people are asking, bakit A-REIT? A-REIT, the listing price was 27. The metric that we're having here is the opening. I think it was the last closing price. So it was 24.9. I'm just sharing this. If you'd make the IPO, the benchmark, the listing price 27, down dapat siya. The measure that we're using here from the brokerage is the closing price, and the first closing price of A-REIT is 24.9 as compared to where we are, it's 25.9. So it's giving you 4.02% gain. So that's the entire context of it. The entire price point here is not based on the listing price of A-REIT, but its closing price. So if you want to be technical about it and use the listing price, so A-REIT should not be here because it's lower than what FGen is. So, but I'm just putting it out here because this is the ranking system based on the stats that we have from the broker. Sun Life, SLF, 1,830, 1,915 closing, 4.64%. Number 41, MBC 11.5 to 12.12, 5.39% up. Sibulan Masters, CLI, 4.74 to 5.01, up 5.7%. FJPB, 3.61 to 3.83, up 6.09%. ACR, Alson's Energy Company, 1.21 to 1.29, up 6.61%. Vantage V, 1.05 to 1.12, up 6.67%. CNPF number 36, 15.16 to 16.2, 6.86%, which this is one of the first ones, no? 50 to where we are now. That's, I believe, something that in terms of what people are buying in this new normal, kasi canned goods even in my own personal experience, when they announced a lockdown, one of the first things that I bought were canned goods. I even also bought Century Tuna. So just to add a flavor of it and putting how the economy is shifting and changing, I believe that Century Pacific, Century Tuna is one of the more resilient stocks right now and will continue to be one of the more resilient stocks moving forward. Dizon Copper, DIZ, again, a mining company, 6.97 to 7.55. It's up 8.32. That's number 35. Number 34, GPH Grand Plaza. I don't know if you guys know this stock. This is not one of the more popular stocks and not one of the more liquid stocks as well. 10.62 all the way to 11.74, up 10.55%. 33, another mining stock, Philex, PX, 2.85 to 3.3, up 15.79%. Number 32, MVC Mabuhay Vinyl, 3.3 to 3.86, up 16.97%. Number 31, 80 Atlas, 2.5 to 2.93, up 17.20%. Number 30, LIHC Lodestar, 0.5 to 0.59, up 18%. Number 29, na-excite na ako na 29 na malapit na. BRN, 0.7 to 0.83, up 18.57%. Euromed, 1.6 to 1.9, up 18.75%. If you remember this, nung start nung lockdown last March, Euro had a big spike because people were speculating that since this is sort of connected to medicine, pharma, they might have a piece of the share. They might have something that could be connected to a vaccine or a cure. But after that large spike up, boom, it started to go down. But year to date, it's still up 18.75%. Number 27, another mining company. Sobrang daming mining companies, 0.201 to 2.39, up 18.91%. AC Energy, 2.29. We're number 26 na, to 2.76, up 20.52%. Now, we are in the upper half. Comment below if you're excited. Comment below if you want to know who's number 1. Sino hula nyo? Madami na tayong nasabi, but sino hula nyo na number 1? Number 25 is LBC. This is something that's, I think, also very important in the new normal because since a lot of people won't be traveling, there will be a lot of courier, logistic related movement in the Philippines, and businesses in this industry will basically thrive. 12.74 to 15.4, up 20.88%. Call Financial, 18.42 to 22.35, 21.34. As you all know, Call Financial, a brokerage in the Philippines. MAB Manila Mining, 0.009 to 0.011, 22.22%. Pure Gold, another stock, heavily favored in the new normal, heavily favored as an essential. This is one of the stocks that people went to during the lockdown, and in my opinion, similar to CNPF, is something that's very, very essential that will thrive today, but not just thrive today, but will do very, very, very well moving forward. 40.05 at the start of the year, 51, up 27.34%. Please remember, Pure Gold dropped to as low as 26 pesos per share. FFI, number 21, 6.8 to 8.69, up 27.79%. APL, number 20, Apollo Global, 0.042 to 0.054, up 28.57%. Food, Alliance Select, 0.51 to 0.66, up 29.41. I had a good experience here. I was able to see their plant on how clean they are and how they do stuff there in General Santos City. Shout out to you guys. MRC, 0.187 to 2.46, up 31.55. Now the gains are getting higher already. We're above the 30% mark. Another mining company, number 17, MA Manila Mining, 0.0074 to 0.0099, up 33.78%. Now we're back with another telco company, PLDT, number 16, 994 to 1368, up 37.63%. And I'd like to note this, that I posted a video about that. Thumbnail is over here, where you saw PLDT rake in 80 plus billion in revenue for the first half of the year. Number 15, we have Emperador, and its movement up, in my opinion, is greatly driven by its inclusion in the index. It's greatly driven by index funds and funds starting to buy it up because it got included in the index. Again, I posted a video about it also, about the index rebalancing misconceptions, that it doesn't mean Emperador is in the index that the fundamentals change. It just means that it just has a higher market cap, that it's already in the top 25 of stocks in terms of market capitalization. Emperador, 40% up, 7.21 to 10.1. Number 14, Manila Water, 9.7. Remember the drop because of all of the issues that it had with its franchise last year. It's now at 13.6%. It's one of the top performing this year, up 40.21%. So, by the way, that could be your technique. No, it doesn't happen all the time. But the ones that did not do so well in the previous year, that if there's a slight semblance of a rebound the next year, it could give you a decent gain. And that's what we're seeing for Manila Water. If that's your style, there's a chance also that if it's bearish, it could go much, much lower. I mentioned that the start of the year for Manila Water was 9.7, but Manila Water went as low as 7.62 pesos per share. But if you add everything and put everything all together, a 40.21% gain is something that's quite decent na rin, considering the drop that it had last year. MACAY, 6.19 to 8.79, up 42%. Lepanto, LCB, number 12, 0.102 to 0.15, up 47%. Now we're going to Sirtec, number 11. Remember, last year, it dropped massively because of the trade war, and because at the end of the year, they had some resolution towards it, and it, boom, pushed the markets relatively better for it, because as you all know, they export chips. So its lowest price, 3.6, started the year 3.75, currently it's 5.7, it's up 52%. Now it gets more interesting. Top 10, we're in the top 10. Comment top 10 kung umabot kayo sa part na to ng video. Top 10, top 10. LC, Lepanto. Please remember, there's two Lepantos, LC and LCB. LC, 0.094, current price, 0.143, up 52.13%. APX, another mining company, daming mining guys, 1.03 to 1.62, up 57.28%. SSP, Semicon Company, 0.84, 1.43, up 70%. MAH, Metro Alliance, number 7, 0.95 to 1.62, 70.53%. BLFI, BDO Leasing, 1.85 to 3.16, up 70.81%. MAHB, Metro Alliance B, 1 to 1.76, up 76%. Another mining company, BCB, 1.2 to 2.19, up 82.50%. That's why it's now number 4. Now, top 3 na, top 3. Can you guess? Can you comment below if you guys have any idea on what it is? Comment below. I want to hear your thoughts and ideas on it. Are you ready? Number 3, Nihao, NI, 1.02 to 87.25. Number 2, BC, Benguet Corp, 1.13 to 2.26, up 100%. And the top performer for the year is a newly IPO'd stock, which, please remember, the reason why its gain is only 116.67% is because it factored in the closing price of the first day and not the listing price. I'm talking about number 1, Mary Mart, closing price first day 1.5 to 3.25 as of the last closing, up 116%. If the computation here should have been the listing, then the gain is more than 116%. But since we're factoring in the closing price to the closing price yesterday, it's 116.67%. So there, that's all there is to it. I hope you guys learned a lot, but also enjoyed going through that list with me. If you want more lists like this, if you want me to talk about the top 50 worst stocks in terms of capital appreciation for 2020, we can also do that. Or if you want me to talk about the top 50 stocks in terms of year-to-date gains for the US markets, we can do that as well. So there, guys, I hope you guys learned a lot from this. I hope this was something that was also educational, insightful. Please remember, past gains do not warrant future gains. It may not follow. Please also remember that some of the stocks here are not so liquid. Some of the stocks here don't have good fundamentals. So please study them should you want to consider to get into them. These are not stock picks, but please study every time you make the trade. So that's it for now. If you guys have questions, again, put them in the comment section, slide a DM over Instagram. If you want to trade US stocks, links are down below for eToro. If you want also to grab copies of my book where we talk about the basics of the market, we talk about technical and fundamental analysis, links are in the description below. If you want my playlists in YouTube for technicals, basics, and fundamentals, links are also in the description. If you got value from this, and if you stayed till the end, comment, I stayed till the end. If this is something that entertained you, put natuwa ako / natawa ako. If this is something that you like, appreciate it. If you could like, share, and subscribe. And let's build more and more Filipinos getting so interested about investing. I hope you're enjoying your long vacation. But aside from you guys enjoying your long vacation, I hope that you guys study. I hope you guys learn. We have over 1,600 videos in this channel for you to binge watch, and over 20 plus pa lang in the other channel. Parang awa nyo na walang nakasubscribe doon. Joke lang, but could help you in your road to financial freedom. That could help you as a astute investor in the market. So that's it for now. Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.